What's up, beautiful people? Happy Friday and welcome back. So if you've been skydiving for a while or starting, you're gonna experience at some point some kind of malfunction. So let's dig into that a little bit and shine some light on most common ones that are caused by negligence. All right, beautiful people, welcome back. So malfunctions, yeah, we are subject to these, let's say, situations when we decide to jump out of a plane with a parachute. Some malfunctions, or most malfunctions, are caused by human error or negligence. Sometimes we get comfortable with the packing, or we just don't pack and we have somebody else pack for us and we don't oversee the packing. And then we end up with some situations that can be quite scary. Just to name a few, you could end up with a lineover. You can end up with a hard opening, which is, let's say, the least of your worries, but can escalate quickly into different situations. You can have a bag lock, or you can have a streamer. Or you can have a pilot chute in tow. So these is just a few to name top of my head of things that could go wrong if you're not paying attention to your packing, or just packing sloppy, or trash packing as we commonly hear out there. So one of the most common malfunctions out there you might heard of or you might experience is a lineover. A lineover happens when one or multiple suspension lines end up over the top of the canopy, causing it to choke or to distort in a way that it becomes unflyable or unlandable. In that sense, it is highly recommended that you actually cut the canopy away. Don't try to solve any problems with a lineover. You cannot land it, just cut it away. Don't become an engineer trying to over understand what's going on. Look, assess altitude awareness, cut it away. A lineover can cause loss of lift, that's the least of your problems, but severe spinning, uncontrollable descents towards the planet, and obviously, like I said before, cut it away. What causes a lineover? Well, it's mostly because of packing errors or negligence while packing. One of the most common ones that I see every day is when you already cocoon your canopy and you're about to lay it down on the floor and you just drop it. All that flaking you did just a few moments ago disappeared. And that will cause, most likely, a lineover, because your lines are going to be all over the place. And it might cause a hard opening, which might cause the lines to kind of be all over the place, and then you end up on a lineover. So there's a hard opening can escalate into many different things. So yeah, sloppy packing will cause you lineovers. It will cause you hard openings. Lineovers will cause a lot of damage and wear to a canopy if you're not cutting it away immediately. As soon as you identify it, it will cause line burns over your canopy, which will be a costly repair, or you might have to replace the canopy. So it depends. Some other causes for lineovers: sloppy slider placement. If you don't center your slider properly inside the middle of the canopy, that could probably cause a lineover. Misrouted or tensioned lines might cause lineovers or tension knots as well. Lines when they're not cleared from the fabric. Remember, when you're flaking, fabric to a size, lines to the center. That's basically it. And again, once you lay your canopy down and you cocoon it, you lay it down softly, like your canopy is made out of crystal. How to prevent lineovers? Well, proper packing techniques. Pay attention. Don't throw your already nice flaked and cocoon canopy on the mat. Lay it down softly. Make sure your lines are taut. Make sure the fabric is to the side, the lines are on the center. Keep your lines taut at all times when you're packing. Don't leave slack on them. And obviously, properly stow your lines with good rubber bands. Avoid those, what are they called? Tube stows. Yeah. I don't like them. People love them. Some people love them. I just don't like them. Why? Because you don't get an even bite all over the stove. It just bites on the outside, but the lines in the center kind of move around. With rubber bands, you double stow them, you get a good firm bite, you avoid problems. So take that in consideration. Streamers are another common one that you might encounter. And this, in a nutshell, looks kind of like this. It's when you deploy your parachute, you get full line extension, and that thing just streams on top of you. It does not open, slider doesn't come down. And yeah, you lose altitude quick because, I mean, you don't have a fully inflated canopy on top of you. There's a few ways you can get a streamer out. Just pull on your risers a little bit, but I recommend chopping it if you're losing altitude quick. Just get rid of it. Don't start to solve problems. Stop the problem. How do you prevent streamers? Well, first, pay attention to your packing. This is caused mainly by poorly packing, uneven line dump. You have lines are improperly stowed, will cause a streamer. Also, uneven line tension, rare, but if you're packing a canopy that is damp or wet, it will cause a streamer because the fabric is heavier. It will not inflate. So yeah, don't pack wet canopies. That's stupid. Most common cause of streamers are improper slider placement. If you don't quarter your slider properly in the center of the canopy, the fabric can get caught on the slider, or the slider can get caught on the fabric, and it won't come down, and then your canopy is going to be streaming on top of you. So pay attention to that. Another scary one is a backlog. The backlog happens when you deploy your main parachute, and the main deployment bag comes out of your tray, of the main tray, and your parachute does not open, so it does not come out of the bag. The pilot chute deploys, it pulls it out of your tray, but it does not open. Here are some causes for that. Rubber bands could be too tight, or your stows could be too tight on your first 2 or 3 locking stows, or the bite could be too long or too big that it actually gets caught in there. That's mainly one of the issues. Also, older, crusty rubber bands, or really thick, that don't break or don't let the lines dump evenly out of the stove. Your pilot chute may be too weak or too small. It might collapse early if it's not cocked properly. So yeah, if you have a smaller main pilot chute, you might want to look into getting a zero porosity one if it's F111, or getting a bigger size, bigger diameter. Basically, that will extract your bag quickly, and you have a faster extraction out of your main tray. This is a common one. Your canopy is too tightly packed into your main tray and obviously your main deployment bag. And I see this a lot when people are trying to fit a bigger canopy that is not a hybrid, that might be the bigger than the tightest fitting canopy on that specific size of container. This might happen. You might have a huge canopy in a tiny little bag just because you want to use that container system for a smaller canopy, if that makes sense. Of course it does. So yeah, these are a few of many malfunctions that can happen to us under your sport rig or under a tandem, even if it's not properly packed, lines are properly stowed, and no attention is given to how the pack is made. So yeah, if you get any of these and you're not packing your own gear, you might want to have a word with your packer and fire him, or just let him know, hey, I'm getting slammers, or I just had a pilot chute in tow, or something like that. And check your gear. The main reason malfunctions happen is because you failed to check your gear.
But the people are retarded.
Exactly. So check your gear, guys, before you put it on, before you get in the plane, before you exit the plane. Check your gear. Gear checks, gear checks, gear checks.
If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to get our latest notifications. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.